It's kind of funny to hear, but the iPhone 17 Pro might be getting a feature that Samsung introduced way back in 2013. That's right, a feature that's over 10 years old might be coming to one of Apple's most advanced phones. In 2025, you'd think Apple would be leading the way with brand new ideas, but instead, it looks like they're borrowing from the past. The iPhone 17 Pro is expected to bring some solid upgrades, especially to the camera. There's talk of a 48-megapixel sensor, a better periscope lens that can zoom up to 8 times optically, a special pro camera app for vloggers, and even a new button just for camera controls. It all sounds fancy, but if you look closely, these aren't really new ideas. One feature that's been getting attention is the ability to record videos using both the front and back cameras at the same time. This means you can show what's happening in front of you and capture your reaction too, all in one video. Cool idea, right? But here's the thing, Samsung already did this in 2013 with the Galaxy S4. They called it dual shot. You could take photos or videos using both cameras and even move your selfie around the screen. It was impressive back then, and now Apple is reintroducing it like it's something fresh. For people who have always used iPhones, this may feel exciting and brand new. But Android users, especially those who've been around for a while, know this isn't anything revolutionary. This kind of copying has become pretty common for Apple. They wait a few years after Android does something, then add it to iPhones with a fancy name and a big marketing push. This doesn't just apply to hardware. Even with software, Apple seems to be picking and choosing features Android phones had years ago. Whether it's new camera modes or different ways to take pictures, a lot of what we see on iPhones today has been around in the Android world for a long time. Apple just gives these features a shiny new look and acts like it invented them. Now, that doesn't mean the features are bad. It's actually great that more people will get to use things like dual camera recording. It's a helpful tool, especially for vloggers or content creators. But it's also important to remember that just because something is new to iPhones doesn't mean it's new to smartphones in general. Take the zoom feature for example. Android phones have had periscope-style zoom lenses for years, allowing them to zoom in far without losing much quality. Apple only recently started adding zoom beyond 5x. The 8x zoom expected in the iPhone 17 Pro is nice, but still behind what others have done. Some Android phones are now using powerful AI and large sensors to get even better results. Even the new camera control button that Apple might include sounds more like a small convenience than a huge upgrade. Sure, it might help people take better photos or record more easily, but it's not going to change the game in a major way. At the end of the day, it feels like Apple is looking through Android's past, picking old ideas, giving them a fresh coat of paint, and putting them in the latest iPhone. That might be fine for Apple fans, but tech followers who know the history can see right through it, and this trend probably won't stop. We might see even more features come to iPhones that Android phones had years ago, like lock screen customization or reverse wireless charging. Apple will present them something incredible, even if they aren't all that new. What's a little disappointing is that Apple used to be known for leading the way, for setting trends. Now, it feels more like they're playing catch-up. Taking good ideas and making them better isn't a bad thing, but when you're pulling from tech that's a decade old, it shows a lack of fresh thinking. So yes, the iPhone 17 Pro will likely be a great phone, especially for people who love taking photos or making videos. But the fact that its biggest feature was already in the Galaxy S for over 10 years ago makes you wonder, is Apple still leading the pack, or are they just catching up?